This conference will now be recorded.
Hey guys, this is Naveen here. Welcome back to Naveen Automation Labs. So guys, with this particular video, I'm going to start JDK 8 1.8. Although a few months back, I've already prepared one video about functional interface, but that was very basic because now I've seen that uh, you have to learn JDK 1.8 and then what are new features are available. And it's been around 4 to 5 years, and still most of the people they are not aware about it, and people are not comfortable about what do you mean by functional interface, what are different functional interface are there, what do you mean by streaming APIs, and okay, all those things. So you have to understand, and most of the people without understanding it they are just using them, but and it's very important for interview point of view also. And you can use the same thing in later on in Selenium or API or anywhere. Okay, but before that we have to understand the concept, and to understand the concept, this especially with the streaming APIs and all those things, we have to understand, because the streaming APIs either you are using for sorting, for mapping, for filtering, everything, it will take some functional interface. So you should understand what you mean by function interface, and you should understand that what are the different functional interfaces are available introduced in JDK 1.8. Okay, so I'll give you an example. So this is a typical example of a streaming APIs, right? That you must have seen people are using streams over there where you have to apply filter, then sorting, then mapping, then collection, and then you have to collect the data, and then with this particular data you can do that. So it will ignore the entire for loop and a lot of things. You can simple do that. You can filter it out. Let's see, you are getting a collection of 100 elements, or okay, over here you can filter it out on the basis of that. Okay, give me only those elements which is greater than equal to 5 or greater than 5. Then you do a sorting over here, then you can do a sorting, then you can provide a mapping over here with some other collection you can provide, and then you collect it, and then it will give you the result over here, and then you can use it like this. So this is the streaming APIs, but this introduced in JDK 1.8. But to understand this streaming API, you see that okay, every step, this is step number, let's say this is step number 1, then 2, then 3, and multiple steps are there. For every step, it will take a particular stream is applied on, let's see, on a particular list over here, or any kind of collection or array list or any kind of array, it will be applied. And then you have to understand what do you mean by predicate. So predicate is a functional interface. What do you mean by comparator? What do you mean by a functional interface? What do you mean by unary operator, binary operator? Okay, interfaces are available. So before coming over here, you have to understand these terminologies and okay, the behavior of these functional interface. Right now, the concept is, what do you mean by functional interface? That is the question. So functional interface is nothing. In JDK 1.8, they introduced one annotation that is called @functional interface. So @functional interface means an interface that has exactly only one abstract method. Okay, so if someone is asking you that, okay, hey, what do you mean by function interface? So let me write some basic notes for you guys. Let me create a simple file over here, and I simply say that functional interface. So functional interface is nothing, introduced in JDK 1.8 and having only and only one abstract method. Okay, like this. Okay, and it is denoted by @functional interface. So there is a new annotation introduced in JDK 1.8, that is @functional interface. But let's you create an interface, and you can create your own interface also. You can create your own functional interface also. After that, you can simple apply. You just define only one abstract method over here. So Java compiler will automatically read that okay, yeah, this is a functional interface. So either you write this functional interface or not, that doesn't matter. For example, let's say I'm going to create one. Okay, let me create a package over here first, and I'm going to create a package com.naveen dot let's see JDK 8, and in this particular package I'm going to create one interface, and my interface name is let's see page interface. Okay, so you see that okay, one interface got created over here. And in this particular interface, I'm going to create only one. Okay, let's see, one interface, one abstract method. Okay, let's see, write public void greet method. Okay, like this. So if I write at the rate functional interface over here, this is applicable. So this will behave like a functional interface for me. So page is not a normal interface. Page is a functional interface. Now, if you see that, okay, yeah, Naveen, we can create number of other methods, other abstract methods. Let's say I'm going to create greet one now. Now, this is not a functional interface. This is normal interface. Now, it's clearly saying that invalid functional interface annotation. Page is not a functional interface now, because in functional interface, it is only and only one abstract method allowed. That's it. The moment you create another abstract method, this is not allowed. So you have to remove this. Okay. Now, if you don't like this functional interface annotation, if you don't want to write, that is also a functional interface. Now, this page is also a functional interface that we have written. So it's always a good practice to write functional interface so that other people can know that, okay, yeah, this is a functional interface. You can write it. Now, after JDK 1.8, they introduced one static method also. You can write it. So let me write one static method. Let's see, public static void test function. Let's see, I have written over here. Now, this is allowed in functional interface. Other features, like you can have one static method and you can have one default method also. Let's see, default void. I'll write display method. So this is also allowed. This is a pure functional interface. In functional interface, we have only and only one abstract method. This is a new definition of introduced in JDK 1.8. Remember this thing, and we can have our normal static method with method body and default method with method body. Okay, is this clear? So make sure someone is asking you tomorrow that, okay, hey, what do you mean by functional interface? So functional interface is an interface having only one abstract method, but other static method and other default methods are also allowed, and it can be denoted by @ functional interface annotation over here, like this. Now, Java provides JDK, especially 1.8. They introduce a lot of functional interfaces over here, and these are the okay, 3 plus 3 around 6 important functional interface you have to learn before learning streaming APIs and everything. Okay, these are the most important thing that you have to learn. Okay, what do you mean by function interface? What do you mean by predicate? What do you mean by supplier? What do you mean by consumer? You must have seen in Fluent Weight. In Fluent Weight, we are using one functional interface over here. We have to override @apply, and most of the people, they don't know what exactly the meaning of this. After JDK 1.8, one interface is available. The interface name is function interface, and there is a method is apply. Only one method is apply. Okay, is method is there, apply method, which is taking one argument like this, right? So all these interfaces are having all these one abstract method available. So remember these methods now. Unary operator having apply method, binary operator is having apply method, function is having apply, predicate is having test method, supplier and consumers respectively having get and accept method over here. And these are different examples. Okay, we can cover. I'll try to show you with different examples, right? So before understanding these streaming APIs, okay guys, you have to understand predicates and different function interfaces, unary operator, binary operators, interfaces I'm talking about. You have to understand. Okay, so most of the people, they're directly jumping into streamings, and they are applying filters and sorting and mapping, and they always get confused. Okay, what is the meaning of this? Why we are using a predicate over here? What do you mean by a function interface? Why we are doing that? Okay, so that's the confusion, especially. Okay, but if you understand these things, then after that, these things will be very easy for you guys, because filter will always take a predicate. Now you should understand what do you mean by predicate. Okay, so predicate always takes an argument, and then it will return a boolean over there. So you should understand what is the definition of that and which method is applied for predicate. See, it returns boolean over here. It takes two arguments over here. Okay, and then it will take argument over here, and then I'll show you what do you mean by predicate over here, right? So let's see one by one. Okay, simple examples of these guys. So we will talk about first is function interface over here, how to use them. So let me just close all these guys. Okay, you just let it be like this. Now I'm going to create a class over here, and let's see, my class name is function interface concept. Okay, and you select the main method, click on finish. So this functional interface is already available, guys. Okay, it's already available in JDK 1.8. If you really want to see their API Java documentation, you can simply go and check it over there. So I always prefer this particular site, devdocs.io, which is having all the different types of API. I mean, all the APIs with respect to every programming language. Let's say tomorrow you want to go with TypeScript or PHP unit, everything is available over here. But same thing for Java also, you can check it over here. So that's why like I have already opened that, and let's say you find this function interface is available over here. It's introduced in JDK 1.8. You can see that functional interface with annotation. I can zoom in, see at the rate function interface, and it's taking what the definition is function interface. This is a function interface can therefore be used as an assignment target for a lambda expression or method reference, and it's taking T and R. Okay, so you don't be confused what do you mean by T and R. T means the type of the input of the function, and the R is the type of the result of the function. Okay, so it will take T and R. So remember this thing, this is a definition of function interface. So I'll just copy this and then you simple uh, paste it over here, right? Okay, now let's see how exactly we can work with that. So what you have to do, you just create one function interface, and it's taking what T and R. T means the type of the input, and R means the result of the particular function. So I simply say that I'll pass you the string and you give me the integer. Okay, and then I'll create a variable, let's see, function or func, whatever the variable name you want to give, and simple write x with lambda expression. So this arrow is called lambda, and then you give me the length of this particular, let's see, I'll simple write. First you need to import this. So import from java.util.function. Okay, and then you simple write, give me x dot length over here. Okay, so this is the this guy is saying what I'll give you one string as an x, and then you give me what. So after lambda, after this arrow, this is the output. You give me the length of the string, which is defined according to this particular definition over here. And you can change the definition also, string integer or integer string or whatever. You can simply do that. Now the moment you get this particular function reference dot apply method, you can apply, and then you simple pass. Let's see, this is Java 8. Okay, I'm passing as a string over here. So this function dot apply. Okay, and this particular function dot apply, where exactly it's available, you can see that okay, this apply method is available over here, and this is the abstract method is available. Okay, and this guy is saying that okay, you give me the argument, the function argument, and then the result is function result. And then we have other methods are available, compose. These are the default methods are available. You can see that default method, but we have only one abstract method that is called apply method. And remember this table also that I showed you. In function, we have only one apply method, right? So which will, it will give you T, T means input, and it will return R, R means return. Okay, so that is the signature. Now what will happen the moment I apply? So this Java, okay, this is Java 8 will be given to X as an input argument, and then dot length means whatever the length of this particular string will be given to you. So what exactly we are getting? We are getting an integer over here like this. So let's see, I'll simply say that integer length is equal to this. Okay, and then you simply write system.out.println the length of the string. So let's see what we are getting. So we are getting 14 over here, right? So whatever, let's see, I'll simply say this is Java 8 and I'm learning. Now you run it again. So 30. So like this is the functional interface that you are applying for that, right? Now, this is the first way of doing it. You can apply chain, okay, chaining also. So chaining function also you can define. How to do that? And let me just maximize it. How to do this? Let's say I'm going to create two functions. This is my function number one, something like this, x dot length. Okay. Now let's say this is my x. Let me just comment it out, or let it be like this. This is okay. This is already defined. Now I'm going to create one more function. Let's see, function number two, which is saying that okay, you give me once you calculate the x, then you give me x is multiply by 2, like this. So these are the two functional interfaces references that I have created over here. And I'll do one thing. Let me write it like this. Okay. And this guy will be an integer because both are, this is also integer and we are getting integer only, like this. Okay. So now the error is gone. Right. Now how to apply that? So I simply say that, okay, from function, from this particular function, dot apply. Before applying, what you have, there is a method that is called and then what do you want? I want function number two dot apply over here, and then you apply. Let's see, I'm passing, this is Naveen here, right? So what will happen? So function and then function two, but before that, apply. Apply means this is Naveen here. So this is Naveen here will be given to this particular function. It will give you the length. So what is the value of x now? Whatever the length is there. Okay, let's see, I'll assume that okay, the length is around 20. And then it will be given to function number 2, and 20 multiplied by 2 will be 40. So the output should be 40 or whatever the length of okay is there. Okay, so let's see, this is 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18. So 0 to 18, it means 19 will be calculated from here, and then it will be given to the function number 2, and then function number 2 means 19 multiplied by 2, so we should get 38. Okay, so it will return what? It will return another result. Let's see, result is equal to this, and let's see, system.out.println, we should get the result. So you can see 38, perfect, right? So this is called chaining of the function interface. You can simply apply that. So function and then function two, and then you apply. So this first will be okay, this string will be given to the function first, and then function two will be applied, like this. So this will be the sequence you have to remember. So this is also a chaining expression. You can simply do that. Okay, so this is the function interface that I'm talking about. Now let's talk about the next one is the binary operator. You can see this binary operator, how to apply that. So for that, let me just create one more class over here. Sorry. Let me create a class, binary operator interface concept. Okay. Select the main method and click on finish. Now binary operator is a again function interface. And if you see the documentation over here, so let's see what kind of documentation. So binary operator, see, it's available JDK 1.8. You click on this, and binary operator says that okay, it is actually extending one more interface is there, by function interface, and it's saying that okay, the type of the operand and the result of the operand is t, and this is the function interface. You can see that, right? Binary operator like this, and which is extending. See, this is a definition, by function interface. So by function interface is already there. Now it's since 1.8 JDK 1.8 it recent okay is available, and then this binary operator also is having one apply method. So you can see this is having one apply method. Okay, so this apply method is coming from by function actually, so we can simply overwrite inside the binary operator also. So that's why you see that okay, inside the method list, okay, there is no abstract method definition for apply, because it's coming from where? This apply method is coming from by function, and you can take the parent properties. So that's why by function is there. Now by function says that okay, it will take two arguments. Remember this thing. So you can see there are object and object, means it will take two arguments of the same type, remember this thing, of the same type, and it returns the result of the same type. Okay, so you can see two operate. Okay, two operands. Operand means two parameters of the same type and producing a result of the same type as the operands. This is a specialization of the by function for the case where operands and the results are the same type. So I'll just copy this line and then I'll just paste it for you guys. So remember, this is very, very important once again. Okay, like this. Now let's see how to create and what is a definition, or I mean how to apply that. So for applying this, what I'm going to do, let's see, I can create one binary operator. So I simply write one binary operator, spelling is correct, yeah, binary operator, which will take, let's see, I'm giving integer kind of generics, and then I'm going to create, let's see, function or variable name is equal to, okay, as I told you, it will take how many arguments? It will take two operands. It means two arguments it will take. So let's say I'm defining two arguments means x1 comma x2 like this, and then it will be given to let's see, for some calculation that, hey, please do x1 plus x2 like this, and then this binary operator you have to import from java.util.function. So what I have done, I have created one binary operator function. Okay, I have created like this. Now what I'm going to do, simple, which method we have to call? There is an apply method. See this apply method. So I simply say that, okay, function dot apply method, it means call it from your parent interface, and you pass two arguments over here. So let's say I'm passing 10 comma 20 over here, and then it will return what? It will return the same, see, the result of the same type as an operands. So that's why we should get an integer only. So I'll store in an integer only because I'm passing integers only. Integer, let's see, t is equal to this. So what is the value of t? T system.out.print and print the value of t. 10 plus 20 should be printed. It means 30. See, we are getting 30 over here. Like this, you can do that. Okay. So this binary operator function is actually, this is an interface which is actually, you can see I is an interface which is actually implementing by function. Okay, which is, sorry, which is actually extending the by function, not implementing. It's not a class, it's an interface as per the definition. Okay, now if you really want to apply with the by function, I don't want to use binary operator, so how to use with by function? Okay, with by function interface, can you do that? Yes, of course, that also we can do that. So how to do this? So instead of this, I'll be creating one by function. Let's see, this is my function number 1 over here like that. Okay, but this guy says that, okay, and then function 1 dot apply. Okay, and I'm passing, let's say, 30 comma 40, and I'll store in some integer, let's see, result is equal to this, and you simply say that system.out.println result. Now let's see what exactly we are getting. We are getting 70 over here. Okay, so you can apply with binary function also. Okay, sorry, I have to write by function. Sorry, once again I have to write by function over here. Okay, but the moment I write by function, we have to import this like this. Okay, yeah. And but this guy is saying that, okay, by function you have to pass 3 parameters. It means 3 generics you have to pass. See, that's why you can see that, okay, t is written 3 times. Okay, so what we have to do, you just pass integer comma integer comma integer like this, right? So what is the meaning of this? It means we have to pass, t is a type of the operands and everything should be same. Integer 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 that you have to pass like this as the generics, and then I'm passing 2 arguments. Okay, upon 2 arguments, and then perform the operation and then get the same operands, same type of operands you are getting. It means we are passing integer, we are getting integer only, and then let's see it is working or not. Okay, now we are getting 70. So instead of using this by function, you can directly use the binary operator like this. So both are exactly same thing. So binary operator is extending by function interface, and this apply method is coming from where? From this particular interface. Okay, so remember this thing. So uh, this is a binary operator. You can simply use that. Now let's talk about, we have one more thing. Just like operator, we have binary operator, we have a unary operator. A unary operator is saying that, okay, yeah, we have one more apply method, and then let's see what do you mean by unary operator. So unary operator says that, okay, it takes only one argument and returns result of the same type of its argument. So let's say I'm passing one simple string and saying that, okay, hey, give me the lowercase or something like this, or I'm passing as a math over there, and then I'm getting something over there. So you can see, pass one single argument and do some calculation on the same argument and then return the same type of its argument. But it will take only one argument. That's why this is called unary operator. Binary means by operator, means two operators. That's why you can see T and T2 like this, and it will return this. So that's why, okay, we have to pass two arguments over here. But whenever you want to use unary operator, you have to use only one single argument over here. So let's see the example of unary operator. So let me create a class unary operator function interface concept. Select the main method and click on finish. Okay, now before that, we will see the definition over here, because definition is very important, guys. Otherwise you will always be confused. Please always refer the Java documentation over here. You can see that, okay, unary operator is also, okay, you can see is extending function interface over here. Okay, so function interface is the parent of unary operator. So binary operator was extending what? It was extending by function, but here we have unary operator is extending function. And this guy say that, okay, this function interface can therefore be used as a assignment target for a lambda expression or method interface. Now what do you mean by this? It's saying on a single operand, you pass one single argument that produces a result of the same type of its operand. Okay, so I'll just copy this definition and then simple paste it over here for your reference. Okay, like this. Okay, now how to use that single operator? So that's why this is called a unary operator. So I'm going to create a unary operator. So I simply write, okay, unary operator, and then what kind of data I'm passing? Let's say I'm passing integer type of data, and I'm creating a function over here. It means give me the x lambda and then x, let's see, multiply by 7, something like this. You do it and you import this guy like this, and then you simple, which method is overridden? Apply method you have to apply. So I simply say that, okay, function dot apply, and I'm passing, let's see, 10. Okay, and then what exactly it will return? The same type of data that you are passing. I'm passing integer, so I'll be getting integer only. So I'll write, let's see, integer, and integer n1 is equal to this. So what is the value of n1? System dot out of println, and I'm passing n1. So n1 will be what? 10 multiplied by 7, 70 will be given to you. See, 70 will be given to you. Same thing, this unary operator is what? Is extending function interface. So can I do the same thing with function interface? Yeah, of course I can do that. So I'm going to create function interface, and function interface saying that, okay, we have to pass two generics, integer. Let's see, this is my function 1 is equal to, I'm doing the same thing, x, then x, let's say this time I'm saying multiply by 10, like this. And then this function you have to import from java.util package. And once this is done, you simply apply with function 1.apply and pass, let's see, 40 this time. And then you simply print it on the console directly without storing in a variable. Also, you can do that. So let's see, 40 multiplied by 10, we should get 400 over, right? So like this also you can simply do that. Okay, so this is the example of a unary operator. You can use that. Now if you really want to see, let's see, let's take one more example of unary operator. Can I apply unary operator on a particular array list or any kind of list that I have created? So let me create one more list over here. So I'm going to create one array list. So how to create a simple typical array list? So I'm going to create like a list of store only string type of values, and I'm saying that okay, AR is equal to new, or let's say a simple give, let's see, language list is equal to array list of string type, and then we have to pass new operator, right? And then this array list we have to import, and this list also we have to import. And then I'm supplying the data. Let's say I'm adding the data dot add. I'm adding some language, let's see Java, and then I'm adding some other languages, let's see Java, Ruby, and Python. Okay, so let's see, I have written these three languages that I have written. And then if you really want to print system.out.println, what is my language list? This is my language list. So list will be printed on the console. Simple, you can see that okay, Java, Ruby, Python, right? But my requirement is I have to apply a unary operator over here. So I want that okay, hey, output should be something different. I want to modify my data. So how will you modify the data? So for every list element is available over here, I want to say that okay, hey, Java Naveen, Ruby Naveen, Python Naveen. So how to do that? So I simply say that okay, this particular list, my language list dot replace all. Can you see that this replace all method is taking one unary operator? Have you even noticed earlier? This is the replace all method which is taking one unary operator as a as a lambda expression it's taking. So I'm saying that okay, hey, you pass the element and perform something. As a unary operator, we have to pass only one single argument. You can see that only one single operand or single argument. So if you're getting confused, one single argument we have to pass. And then what do you want okay over here with this particular element? So I want that okay, element please append with Naveen, as I told you, but space and Naveen over here. We do something like this. Okay, so my array list element will be replaced with this element, every element Java appended with Naveen. So you don't need to write any for loop or nothing, and then you print your array list once again. So this is my after appending, after replacing, I'm printing it again. So let's see what happens. Can you see that? Java Naveen, Ruby Naveen, Python Naveen. So you can modify, okay, you can insert a data in your array list with the unary operator, and you can replace the data like this. You can modify the data like this. So this is a very good example. You can simply do that. Replace all method will take a unary operator. You can see that over here. Okay, it's available since 1.8. Replace all, right? So this is the example of a unary operator. Now let's talk about after a unary operator. One of the most important thing is that predicate. What do you mean by predicate? Predicate is easy but slightly complex because there are so many examples. But I'll give you one simple example today. But we will have a separate session on predicate. So let's see, because otherwise you guys will be confused. So let me create a predicate. Predicate function interface concept. Predicate interface concept, not function. Okay, and select the main method, click on finish. Now before that, we will go to the predicate and let's see what is the definition of predicate. So let's go to predicate, and predicate is again a functional interface. That's why denoted by @function interface over here. And this is, you can see an interface over here, represents a Boolean value function of one argument. Remember this thing, it will always represent a Boolean value function, predicate. Okay, so if you see the definition over here, predicate, one method is there, test method, which is returning what? A Boolean over here. So it means you give the values and it will return a Boolean. So like this is empty, is digit, X is greater than 5, my in this particular list Naveen is there or not, or whatever, it should represent a boolean, a true or false in the predicate. Okay, so let's see how to use predicate over here. So generally predicate example, let's say I'll show you with with respect to one stream example. So I'm going to do one thing. Let's see. First of all, I'm going to create one predicate expression over here. So simple write predicate, and what kind of predicate? You pass one integer. Okay, and predicate. Let's see. I'm simple writing function is equal to predicate expression is equal to x, and do this x greater than 5 or not, right? So predicate we have to import first like this. It means I'll be giving you x and then you give me the boolean if x, this same x is greater than 5 or not. So guys, don't be confused with x. You can write any number, a b c d, okay, number, whatever you want to write, any variable. It's not compulsory, and you don't need to define integer x or something. JDK 1.8 Java 1.8 compiler will automatically understand that. Okay, now what I'm going to do that I'm going to create one array list over here. So list of integers, let's say I'm going to create, and in this particular integer list, let's see, integer list is equal to, I simple write arrays dot as list. Okay, so I'm converting my array to array list, and I'm passing the data like this, or you can create one separate array list also like this. So I simple say that, okay, 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5 comma 6 comma 7 comma 8 comma 9 comma 10. So these are my elements in this particular list. Okay, and then you simple import java.util. Okay, like this. When you import, you have to import list and arrays both. Now how to apply that? I simple apply list. Now see it carefully, list dot, I'll apply one streaming over here. So I'm going to create one stream like this. See, list dot stream over here. So once I get the stream, how will you get the stream? You have to apply stream method over here. Although I'll take a separate session on streaming, guys, but this is just to give an example. You apply a dot stream method and you will get a stream of all the elements, and then you apply a filter over here. So how will you apply a filter? So simple write dot filter. So filter will filter it on the basis of what? So filter is always taking a predicate, because filter is always, predicate is always denoting a boolean value, a true or false value. So what kind of filter? The filter name is, predicate name is function, whatever the name that you have given over here. After that, what do you want? After that, please collect the list. See, filter you apply, and I don't want to sort and map, you simple collect it. So how will you collect? Collect as a list over here. So I simple write my collectors dot to list method, you have to use this, and then it will return what? It will return a list over here. You can see that it will return a list of integer over here. So can I store inside the list of integer? And then let's see, this is my collection, whatever the, okay, collection list is equal to this. Now what kind of predicate I have to apply? The predicate I have seen that, okay, hey, x should be greater than 5. It means ignore 1 to 5. Please take only filter on the basis of what? Filter on the basis of this particular predicate function, this. And then what do you want? Give me 5. Okay, give me 6 to 10 only. Okay, you give me just 6 to 10, and then you simple system.out.println, you simple print this, sorry, system.out.println, you simple print this collection list over here, whatever the list that you have get it. Okay, that whatever list you have got it. Now in this particular list, it should ignore from 1 to 5. We should get only from 6 to 10. So let's run it and let's see. See, can you see that? We are getting 6 to 10 over here, like that. Now, can you apply different things? So this is a simple example that I have given you for with respect to predicate over here. Now, can you apply predicate with the AND operator? Okay, can you do that? So let's see. I simply say that, okay, predicate with AND, how to do that? So with predicate with AND, let's see, on the same list, okay, I'm using and list dot stream. I'll say that, okay, find on the same list dot stream, and then directly, if you don't want to create an expression separately, you can write the expression directly over here as a stream. Okay, so list dot stream dot filter, and then you pass up as a predicate over here. So it's saying that okay, here x should be x is greater than 5 and let's see x less than 9 over here. So I'm giving these two conditions over here like that. Okay, so let me check everything is fine. X is greater than 5 and x is less than 9. So these are the two conditions I have given. Dot collect in the form of what? Collect in the form of collectors dot give me the list of these guys, to list. Okay, and what exactly it will return? It will return this particular list once again. So I'll just create one more list over here. Let's see, this is my list number 1, like this, and then you print the same guy once again, collection list, and this. Okay, and let me comment it out, this, and then let's see what exactly we are getting. So condition is greater than 5 and less than 9. So that's why we are getting 6, 7, 8. Awesome. So like this, you can simply do that. Same thing you can apply in Selenium WebDriver and other API, whatever. Whenever you want to use something like this, you can simply do that. Okay. Okay. Now predicate, I don't, same thing you can apply OR operator also, you can do that. So you can try with OR operator. Now I'll give you one more example, one interesting example, that negate actually. So I'll simply say that okay, predicate with negate. This is also a good example. Okay, so let's say I'm going to create one more array list over here, that this is another list, and in this particular list I have some different things over here, but this list is type of string type. In this particular list, let's see, I'm giving something like this. Okay, okay, I'm giving, let's see, Naveen, comma, NAV. Okay, then comma, I'm writing, let's see, NAV double NAVE. Then I'm writing, let's see, Java, comma, JAV. Simple, some, like this, and I'm simple saying that okay, double quotes JA, and then finally I'm writing one J also. Okay, like this, I'm simple doing that. So this is a kind of, let's see, array list that I have, and I'm giving some name, that is my what are the list. Okay, so let's see, this is my name list. What are the name you want to give, you can give it, right? Okay, now I'll define one predicate. So for defining a predicate expression, so let's write predicate expression, give some name, let's see, names expression is equal to, I simple say that okay, I'll give you x and then you give me a boolean on the basis of x dot starts with, okay, I'll simple say that okay, x dot starts with what? It should be equal to, let's see, only give me NAV, like this. So this is a starts with one prediction. I have done it over here. So let me check. Starts with, okay, oh sorry, we have to write integer over here. Okay, because I start with only for strings over here. Now this is a prediction, and this is a predicate, and this is the list I have defined. Now on this particular list, I'll simply apply a stream over here, dot stream, and I'm going to filter it out on the basis of what? So dot filter on the basis of what? What is my predicate expression? So this is my name, this condition, then do what? Okay, so let's see, this is a predicate expression, and then you do dot negate. Okay, so I just want to negate those guys which are starting with NAV, just reverse of this, right? And then after that, you simple collect with collectors dot to list. So what is the expression I have written? Get the stream from this particular list and filter on the basis of this particular predict, but you negate this particular list over here. It means this name which is starting with NAV, you please ignore that. Okay, and then you collect only for Java, Java, JAV, JA, and J, like that, and then you return a list over here. So I'll store in a list over here once again is equal to this, and let's see, this is my new list, new names list. What is the name you want to give? And system.out.println, and this is the string type, and new list, I'm going to print it on the console. So now let's see in the new list what exactly you're getting. So in the new list, see, I can see only Java, JAV, J, and J. So I have ignored all the names starting with NAV, right? So if I say that, okay, all the names starting with Naveen, okay, so only this guy should be ignored. So let's see. See, so NAVE, NAVE, Java, and all those things are coming. So like this, you can simply define a predicate with negate also. So there are other functions also, guys, predicate for function. Okay, a lot of examples we will be doing it later. So I'll take a separate session for predicate. This is just for your understanding point of view. How can you use a predicate over here? Now, quickly, we will see that two more things. Then we have supplier and consumer. So let's talk about first consumer. So consumer which consumes something, right? So consumer is again a functional interface. It takes an argument and it returns nothing. So you can see that, okay, taking one argument and returns void. So this is one of the functional interface. It's only that particular interface which is taking one argument and it's returning nothing over here. It means just, let's say you want to print something, you want to print some print a stack trace, or you want to print something like this, system.out.println, and you can do that with consumer. So let's see consumer how to do that. And the method name is accept method, not the apply method. So let's see how to do this. So let me quickly create a class, and my class name is, let's see, consumer, okay, interface concept. Select the main method, click on finish. So first we will see the documentation for consumer. Okay, so I'll see that, okay, yeah, consumer is saying again functional interface. It represents an operation that accepts a single input argument and returns no result. Okay, unlike most other functional interface, consumer is expected to operate via side effects. So I simply say that, okay, this particular line, okay, it take one argument and it returns nothing. It returns a void in nature. Okay, so let's see how to do this. So it's very, very simple. I'll create one consumer. So consumer, what kind of consumer? The string type of consumer. Okay, and let's see, I'm creating function, or what is the name you want to give, and X. I'll give you X and you print it. System.out.println. Okay, I'll do one thing like this. System.out.println, and you print what? You print the same X over here, and you apply and import this particular consumer. And when you see this function, you simple what? You have to accept it. Okay, because we have accept function is available as an abstract method. So you have to take it, and you can see that in the documentation also it's saying we have one accept method is available over here. Okay, so let's see it is working or not. So let's see if I'm saying that this is Naveen here. So this guy will be given to this X, and then it will print it over here. That's it. So let's run it and let's see. See, this is Naveen here. So this is a consumer. Consumer will consume one thing and then it will return nothing. Only one argument you can pass and it will not give you anything over there. Okay, so later on we will see some more examples. Don't worry about that. So this is about the consumer. Okay, let's see if you really want to apply on array list. How to do this? So I'll do one thing. I'll take one simple, this particular array list. You can take it. Let's see. Okay. So how to apply over here? So for applying this, you can simply say that list dot for each. Okay, list dot for each, and I'll give you one expression that is let's see, that is the integer type of x expression that I'll be giving to you, and then you print system.out.println. Let's see it is working or not. Out.println, and you give me the x dot length of the string. Okay, so list dot for each. Just a second. Delete this particular token. We don't need this. And x dot length, and put a bracket over here. And x dot length. One second, just a second. X dot size. Okay. So let's see, it is printing the size or not. Oops, x dot size will, okay, not this particular size. Just a second. Okay, we are passing as a string, and okay, let's print the value of x. So let's see what happens. Now it's printing, see, yeah, everything 1 to 10 over here. Okay, and because as an argument it will be passed 1, 2, 3, and I just want to print all the values x. So you can simply do that like that. Yeah, this is the right example. Okay, so like this also you can simply do that with respect to consumer. So remember, consumer will take one argument and it returns nothing. Now quickly, otherwise this video will be too long, guys. The last thing is supplier. Supplier just reverse of this, just opposite of consumer. Supplier will take nothing, but it will return something. Okay, so it's saying that, okay, again it's a function interface, it takes no arguments and it returns a result over here. You can see that, okay, t means return type, but it's not taking as an argument over here. So let's see how to do that. So the last concept we'll talk about, the supplier. Sorry for this video, guys, it's too long, but you have to understand in the same sessions, then only you can read everything. So now supplier, interface concept, select the main method, click on finish. So if you see the supplier definition, supplier interface definition, supplier over here, and supplier, see again a function interface, and it's saying that, okay, it represents the supplier of results. It will just supply. Okay, you just keep calling and then it will just supply. You don't need to pass anything. Okay, so there is no requirement that a new or distinct result will be returned for each time will be, okay, if the supplier is invoked, and it's saying that, okay, it's a function interface whose function method is get method over here. It means it's having one get method over here as an abstract method over here. So it does not take, it takes no argument and returns a result. So this is the definition of supplier. Now how to use supplier? Okay, for using supplier, what we can do, let me okay, let me do one thing. Okay, so let's do one thing. I'll create one. Okay, I'll do one thing. Let me create a method over here out of the main method. How can I explain? Okay, let's create public void, and I simply say that, okay, get whatever, get text method. Simple method, let's see, I have created, okay, out of the main method. Now see it carefully. This method is taking one supplier. Supplier, what kind of supplier? A string type of supplier, and then you pass the text over here. Okay, and then supplier you have to import, right? And then you simply say that, okay, whenever you are getting a supplier, you just system.out.println from this particular supplier text.get method you will be getting it. It means you can see that, okay, yeah, I can call get method because I'm passing the supplier reference, and then you simply call this particular method, and then you simply call this particular method. So how will you call it? I simply call this method now, and let's make it a static so that you can call without creating the object. And you simply say that, okay, this is my get text method, and as a supplier, as I told you, it does not take any argument, so don't pass any argument like this. And then put a lambda and you pass something. Let's say I'm passing Java. That's it. So get text and Java will be given to this guy, and then it will get the text and will print it on the console. So let's see Java, right? Now same thing, I pass some different value. I'm passing, let's see, Naveen, and I'm passing, let's see, test automation, and then you simple run it. So you get it and then simple run it. And let's see, if I'm giving the length, it means I'll give you one supplier. I mean, I'll you just give you one text over here as a supplier, and then you give me the length. But there is no argument over here. Okay, so I'm getting 4, 6, 15, the length of the argument. But remember one thing, this is called zero argument. Don't be confused by get text. See, get text is not a supplier. Get text is just a method which is taking as a one parameter as a supplier. Okay, but this is the expression for the supplier. You can write it like this, right, guys? So this is the concept of supplier over here. Okay, whatever you want to print, you can simply print it on the console like that, right? So I think that's all for this particular video, guys. I hope please practice. It looks a little different. I know the expressions and everything, but this is something very important in JDK 1.8, and this is also called a functional programming, okay, in Java, and very popular, very famous, and it's already late. In 2020 we are learning. It's already released 5-6 years back. So please, guys, it's very high time to learn, because in Selenium also very soon we are going to use. A lot of people are already using it. So, but to understand the streamings APIs, the filter, sorting, mapping APIs, you have to understand now predicate, function, comparators, and everything. And how will you collect the data? How will you apply the streams? Okay, for every step, every life cycle will have a functional interface concept. So if you don't know functional interface concept, you cannot use proper streaming APIs. That is what I'm saying. So that's why the first spatial session is on all these type of functions. Interfaces are available, and then how to use them, and then how to use in streaming APIs, and then how to use them in Selenium or other test automation or any Java code or Java development. You can use that. So it's a step-by-step learning. What people are learning is that, okay, they're directly jumping into string APIs and applying on list elements, and then getting confused. Okay, what do you mean by map? What do you mean by predict over here and predicate over here, and what do you mean by consumer, and what do you mean by supplier? Okay, so that's all for this particular video, guys. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys are learning, and let me know if you have any issues. Thank you so much.